Are you in panic mode, Chancellor?
The economy is in her hands. That isn't a budget in the red folder. No news today about taxes or duties on a pint of beer, for instance, but crucial details about her plans and what will have been on her mind as she drew them up and headed to Parliament. In November, a defining moment in America.
Please welcome President-elect Donald J. Trump.
The lights change, the Commons beckons. The UK and Europe promising big increases to defence spending as talks on Ukraine continue. And an argument at home.
Growth is down, borrowing is up, and she has destroyed business confidence.
A big day for the Chancellor then, as you are invited to judge whether you think she is steering the economy in the right direction.
Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rachel Reeves.
Now our task is to secure Britain's future in a world that is changing before our eyes. The threat facing our continent was transformed when Putin invaded Ukraine. It has since escalated further and will continue to evolve rapidly. At the same time, the global economy has become more uncertain.
Rachel Reeves has set herself limits which restrict how much she can borrow. She would have broken those rules without cutting spending, but the rules, she says, must come first.
I said that our fiscal rules were non-negotiable, and I meant it. I will always deliver economic stability, and I will always put working people first.
And so she has cut the benefits bill, and more so than was announced last week. The health-related element of universal credit for new claimants, which will be halved from April next year, will also be frozen until 2030. Put it all together and the numbers sound like this.
Overall, day-to-day spending will be reduced by £6.1 billion in 2029-30. And it will now grow by an average of 1.2% a year above inflation, compared to 1.3% in the autumn.
In other words, spending will be going up by less than planned, which, once you account for protecting defence and the health service, will likely mean cuts in some areas. The reason for this change, the Office for Budget Responsibility, is more pessimistic about the economy now.
The OBR have today revised down our growth forecast for 2025, from 2% in the autumn to 1% today. I am not satisfied with these numbers.
But the forecaster does reckon economic prospects from next year onwards are looking better than it thought. One standout thing today was about the government's plan to build a lot more homes in England. The watchdog reckons it is realistic. Well, almost.
The OBR have concluded that our reforms will lead to house building reaching a 40-year high, taking us within touching distance of delivering our manifesto promise to build 1.5 million homes in England in this Parliament.
And the defence budget will go up by £2.2 billion in the coming year, the aim to keep us safe and provide jobs. Next, the opposition parties and their reaction. The Conservatives reckon since she took the job last summer, the Chancellor has been reckless.
She borrowed and spent and taxed like it was the 1970s. Little wonder, Mr. Speaker, that the Chancellor has tanked the economy. Little wonder we have an emergency budget, all because of her choices.
The government has made the wrong decisions to cut public services, hit disabled people and inflict more pain on our small businesses and high streets. In doing so, they have delivered no change and almost no growth at all.
The Reform leader said income per person matters rather than the overall size of the economy.
Because we're living in an age of mass immigration and a rising population, it is GDP per capita, surely, that matters to our constituents, and that has fallen consistently for the last 2 years.
Outside, a protest over benefits. 3.8 million families are projected to be better off after the changes, 3.2 million worse off. Addressing reporters, the Chancellor said she was right to act.
We're confident that the changes that we are making and the support that we're providing to get people into work will result in more people having fulfilling careers, paying decent wages, and of course that's the best way to lift families out of poverty.
Beginning now, Rachel Reeves heads out to sell her changes, benefits, defence, managing a sluggish economy in a dangerous world.